happened when you discovered your partner was robbing your clients? My boyfriend robbed houses during my puppet shows, and I made him confess it all through a marionette in front of 40 cops. Ryland ran a high-end party planning company, and I was just a struggling puppeteer who thought I'd won the lottery when this smooth-talking businessman started booking me as his exclusive entertainment vendor for every rich kid's birthday party in town. 3 years of him playing the perfect boyfriend while using my shows as reconnaissance missions, and I fell for every second of it because nobody suspects the guy who brings you flowers after every performance is actually casing the joint. Then a detective showed up at my apartment before sunrise with security footage that made me want to die. There was Ryland sneaking through a client's back door during my Goldilocks show while I had 30 kids mesmerized with dancing bears. The detective laid out 17 robberies like playing cards on my kitchen table, and every single family had hired me through Ryland's party planning services, and every single theft happened exactly 3 weeks after their party when they'd stopped being paranoid about strangers. I made Ryland Eggs Benedict that morning while my brain designed his destruction. When the police chief's daughter requested my Catch the Thief show for her 8th birthday party, it was like the universe handing me a gift-wrapped revenge plot. I spent the next month creating something special for her party, working 18-hour days on what would become my masterpiece. When the day finally arrived, the party was crawling with cops eating hot dogs and supervising water balloon fights, and Ryland showed up in his best suit ready to network with law enforcement like he wasn't a serial burglar. I warmed up the crowd with Princess Tales, then announced my brand new show created specially for this event about a very clever thief who thought children's parties were the perfect cover. The second my Ryland puppet started explaining how to photograph alarm codes while the entertainer distracted everyone, the real Ryland's face went from smug to terrified. The puppet held up a tiny camera and demonstrated the exact angle he used at each house, listing addresses in perfect chronological order. Parents started whispering and pulling out their phones as they recognized their own homes. The puppet explained how medicine cabinets were gold mines for hidden safes while I played actual audio of Ryland describing this exact technique after his 4th whiskey last Tuesday. One mother gasped when the puppet mentioned her grandmother's antique jewelry box hidden behind the bathroom towels, something only the thief would know. The marionette moved to its miniature crime scene, a dollhouse that perfectly replicated one family's layout, complete with their security keypad by the kitchen door showing the actual code Ryland had photographed during their daughter's mermaid party. When the puppet began narrating the robbery step by step using Ryland's own words about how he waited exactly 3 weeks so families would relax their guard, the police chief was already barking orders into his radio while 2 officers moved to block the exits. The children thought it was the most realistic villain they'd ever seen, cheering when the puppet picked a lock on the dollhouse safe, completely unaware they were watching evidence that would put a real criminal away for 15 years. Ryland bolted for the exit and ran straight into 5 uniformed officers who'd been enjoying the show with their kids. The children went wild, thinking the chase was part of the performance while Ryland got tackled into the bounce house. I yanked off my puppeteer mask, walked over to where they had him pinned, and delivered the line I'd been rehearsing in my shower for 3 weeks straight. Next time you use your girlfriend as cover for 17 felonies, pick one who doesn't perform for cops' kids every weekend. They dragged him away while kids begged for an encore, and parents filmed everything on their phones. 17 families got their stuff back, including a grandmother's wedding rings and the college fund bonds Ryland stole from one family's safe. The judge gave him 15 years and ordered restitution that'll follow him to his grave. I kept a puppet that looked like him, and sometimes I use it in my shows when I need a villain who gets what he deserves.